Good evening, everybody. Hey, so I've got a lot done on the engine bay. I haven't really made a lot of videos recently because most of my effort has gone into doing things that are a little bit more productive. Unfortunately, I don't have as much free time as all you single fellas out there. Family kind of takes precedence, so yeah. Here's an update for you. You may notice that the engine bay looks a whole lot cleaner now. I've got a shaved, I don't know if I told you guys about this, I shaved and welded up this hood latch support. I'll probably be shaving this guy. Welded up a few holes, that big hole in that fender. I've still got quite a bit of work to do over there, filling in things. I just wanted to get some primer on it to seal up all the bare metal to keep it from rusting. Over here I've got the bracket that was right there relocated, modified and relocated to sit right here. This is where the fuse box is going to go. And the hole that you can see right below it is where the wires poke through. So you'll see that little hole over there, this guy. That is, still needs some more cleanup, but that is where the other side of the wiring harness goes through on the underside. So I'm not going to have big balls of wire just sitting out here and stuff. So it's going to come out of this hole, out of this bottom, come up to here and lay on this. See this lip that I added? And this little thing, this little plug. So the wiring harness sits right there, so we'll never have to worry about that thing falling down and getting rubbed through. So this is how I'm affixing the this bracket. I think I'm gonna use these cool little button head screws, bolts. Yeah, the old one was, I got some stuff to clean up there. It was just basically screws through the metal. So you can see where I stitched up this stuff. I stitched all this up so that on the outside it's all tied together, and on the inside we're tying it together with this big strut tower brace. This is actually for a 99 Cobra that I spent a great deal of time test fitting and making it all fit perfect. Everything under here, they're all spot welded. All these square nuts are spot welded on. So oh wow, I gotta clean this joint up. So I got some welds to clean up, but they're spot welded into place. So there's, so I just stick the bolts in. I don't have to fiddle with screws. And the plates, I don't know if we're gonna be able to see this, but the plates that come with the kit, they tell you to put them in place and then put this little screw to go through the hole, and then the head just kind of sits right inside this little hole inside this bar. I went ahead and spot welded those things in. So everything is 100% permanent as far as the mounting things for the holes. But the reason why I went with this guy instead of the one for this year model is this big hoop right here. It's a lot bigger for the 99s because they have more hood clearance. So, and I have a 99 engine intake, well, Mach 1 intake, same thing. So what I figured was I wanted to make sure that this guy would clear the engine. And the hood over there, I went ahead and notched it. I just had to notch a little bit where this goes, right about like this. Had to notch this one little support. It's a secondary support, it's not the main support that's over here. So it's a fiberglass hood, notch that a little bit. It fits perfect, just barely clears, but barely is definitely good enough. So I also made this hole a little bigger for the larger intake that I plan on running. Make sure we get plenty of cool air. And here you can see this side looks a lot better than this. I've got more work to do over there, but this side looks the worst. I didn't have time to get all the Bondo smoothed out and get everything as nice as I'd like it, but I got it primed, so that's kind of all that matters right now, to me anyways. I just didn't want rust coming through. So this is all 2K primer, shot with this Harbor Freight gun. I drilled out the hole slightly and it shoots. That is my dedicated primer gun. Shoots perfect. Laid it down really nice. And over here, I made a larger lip for this side. God is in the details. So that wiring harness, that ain't falling off of there. It just ain't happening. So yeah, guys, that's where we are. What do you think? The engine bay is mostly one color now. I'm gonna take about a week off from this project. I've been spending a lot of time on this thing lately, and the wifey was getting kind of aggravated. So, and I'm just tired. So this is gonna be probably the only update for a while. Oh, hey, yeah, one more thing. Oh yeah, notice the windshield's out. That made welding up that those plates, tack welding those things, made it a lot easier. Check this out. We got our IRS all back together. Everything isn't torqued down or whatever, but it's good enough to throw back in the car for the so we can get her back down on all fours. So the impetus of all my work right now is to get that thing done so we can bolt that sucker back in, so that I can throw some coilovers on this thing and get that motor back in. So we are dangerously close to making significant progress here. Yeah, so primed and ready. Just got some block sanding to do. Got a lot of Bondo to smooth out over there. And I got some metal to beat out. You can see some ripples, but that's no biggie. It's gonna look nice and slick, just like all this stuff. Just got rid of that nasty black overspray and everything over there. So let's see what else. That's about it. There's not really much else to say, folks. Just got a lot more work to do, but we have got a lot of work done. I'm looking at, let's see, it's beginning of September. By the end of this month, I want to have this bay painted. I think it's doable. I've got all my supplies, my paint supplies over here. Got this new system. This is for pouring the paint. Man, it's made life a lot better. I got this pro tip from my friend Pete over at SWRNC. Yeah. So got a few of those for my color. This is my primer. Just tried it out the other day. Made pouring out of this gallon can just easy as all hell. I got to get a new die grinder. Oh, I got to clean this dump up. Anyhow, that's where we are, folks. We've got slick bottom and about a halfway done engine bay. Your paint job is your prep job, and we have got we've got the prep. We've got her nearly prepped for well, no, not really prepped, but we got to smooth out this crap. Then we can prep it. I'm gonna do a sealer over all of it, and then we'll shoot some avalanche gray on this puppy. Get her all looking beautiful and everything. And hopefully I did my due diligence on all the rust stuff. I can't see any. I'm gonna coat the inside of this rail and the inside of this rail with some stuff. But yeah, trying to do a build that'll last forever, assuming I don't kick the bucket and nobody wraps it around a telephone pole. All right, guys, y'all take care of each other, and I'll see you on the flip side.